Hey y'all, my Buddha. How you doing? Lid here, man. Just say hello. It's been a few minutes, I think. Hope y'all doing good. I really do. I never just say that. If I say it, I mean it. I mean it. Hope you're doing good. Anyway, got a little Identify Fly music in the background. Yes, we do. So, hey man, I just like hearing music sometimes, you know, and I like talking to hopefully you guys. I was just wondering, man, if you guys would like to share your thoughts on through the comment section for now, if you don't mind. On that not so long ago, at least I was engaged in some dialogue concerning the transition, if you will, from the 3D to the 5D, and becoming sort of interconnected with multiple dimensions, extensions of our existing dimension, access to, and and I haven't really been paying much attention to the the transition. I was sort of lost, not interest, just focus on it. So, do you guys feel like that even exists? Like, is there something like almost like identifiably different from your past reality to your current, or like at any point does there seem like there was a considerable blip in there, just like maybe a piece of a timeline that seemed fragmented to the point where you're not so sure it was completely authentic? There might have been some kind of manipulation, external, or I guess it would have to be external, or like maybe your perception was, sort of manipulated to sort of induce a response that would sort of allow for that little blip to occur without much, acknowledging it. You'd be like, yo, man, I think I just shit myself again. Oh, no, it wasn't. But no, you know what I'm saying, man? So, like, I think there could be some stuff going on, man. I think those space monkeys have always been there, you know what I mean? The space monkeys, the invisible space monkeys flying around, like, they say like we, there's almost evidence of us living in a simulation kind of thing, and at times I'm like on board with that, saying, oh, absolutely. And other times I'm like, I don't know, man. There seems to be almost too much, I don't know. What do you think? There's more random shit going on or more predictable shit in our current reality? I don't know, man. Depends on how you look at it. Some days you might be like identifying the random shit, and the other shit is predictable. You're like, not even, I don't know. Then other days you just roll with the predictable, and the random shit you're like dismissed. I don't know. What y'all think, man? I'll shut up for a minute. Have a sip of my tea. Sorry about the squeaky chair. I like to squirm a little bit. You know what I mean? I wish I was sitting there talking to some of y'all for real, in real life, because yesterday I had an encounter. I went into a retail establishment where I took a seat. You know how you go to one of those phone stores and the two people were dealing with two people, so you just have a seat, and it's usually nice atmosphere. It's cool, and it was, and I took a seat. And the woman that was being helped closest to me from this guy and customer service guy, he was busy on the phone, probably with her account information and all that. So she was just sort of on hold, waiting. And she turns to me and says, oh, I like your jewelry. And I said, hey, thanks, man. Boom, boom, boom. And we start talking a little bit. And, man, we spoke for about probably 15 minutes. I mean, a couple times she had it, give her attention to the guy who's on the phone. But then we'd resume, and it was really a cool encounter. Just to sit there and, whether you know this person, I didn't know her, and she didn't know me. But to have such a natural dialogue that was like, yeah, there was good spirit there from the word go, because she said something nice to me. You know, I was just sitting there. She turned compliments me. You know, and it wasn't about that, but you know, just and you could tell that the staff, and there was another couple being waited on by another agent. So they're sort of, you know, they're pretty smart people. They're like, they can all tap into our conversation. Everybody's doing their business, take care of theirs, but they're all tapped in. Even the boy on the phone with her, he hears us too. They all want to jump in and say, yo, man, we were talking about SpongeBob shit. The woman started talking about SpongeBob at one point, how she was never like a big SpongeBob fan. I said, man, we're going to have to fix this now. Now, I can't say, you know, I got T-shirts and all that shit on the fan club. Well, I used to be. I think they kicked me off the fan club. I was on the SpongeBob fan club for a little bit. Yes, I was. And I would like to be if they would let me back on, because they kicked me. They disqualified for some kind of unfair reason, I'm sure. You know, we don't necessarily do the same justice system they do under the sea. You see? Anyhow. And to have participated in such a very casual and natural conversation with an absolute stranger in the presence of 4 other strangers. Yeah, there were 6 of us in the room, and me and this woman had a conversation from 10 feet apart, and with everybody there, we're close to her. They can all hear everything she's saying, especially, and probably my responses. And they all want to jump in and say, yo, man, you guys are fucking cool as shit. Can we talk about that shit too? Yeah, man. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a party. We're going to have a party. Everybody who wants to be cool is invited. And all you got to do is sit back and be you. And let yourself relax. Like, don't worry about nothing for a little bit. I know there's a whole lot of shit to worry about. Yeah, there is. And I'm not worried at the moment. You know, there's a time for worrying and a time worrying don't serve shit. If you think about it, no matter everything you've been through, let's just take the last year and say, all the shit you've been through, and you probably want to forget most of it, but the worrying part, how did that help you? Did it? You know, it's a natural response for all of us to assume some kind of like, you know, man, yeah, man, there's a lot going on. And any one of us could be sniped out, like, you know, in so many ways. We can become like elevated or derated, and then you fall. In that cycle of life, you got to ride it out, because guess what, it's coming back around. You're going to come back up, and you're going to ride that high that, man, you feel like you're in charge thing. You got it all going, whooshka, you know, that's the cycle. We don't all hit it. Some people get on the right they just go, man. You know, a lot of us have to ride it out. So what you gonna do? You're gonna ride it out. Why not? What else are you gonna do? Sit around and cry like a bunch of little bitches? No, man. We're not crying. We're good. No matter what, man, we fucking good. We winning. We coming back. We only fall once. We're not ready for that shit yet. Nope. No, man. We're here to stay, man. And even when we go, we're probably going to be somewhere anyway. So don't worry yourself about it all. You know? Yeah, man. God's got all that figured out. All we got to do is try to be like love. Like God, you know? God digs those people who are like digging him, you know? And how do you dig God? Find your love. Find your love. Also, don't forget to find your forgiveness too. God does forgive. And he needs you to forgive too. Not just you. Give everybody the best you can. Closer to God you are. Yep. Forgive yourself too. Forgive God all the times you blamed him for not giving you everything you wanted, the way you wanted it, when you wanted it. But you know what? God gave you what you got. And what you got is beautiful. And it's a gift from God. So become a gift for God. Or become a gift to God. You know, God gave you a gift now. Give him one back. What gift would that be? He wants your everything. He wants your love. He just wants you to be a beautiful person like he set you here to be. That's all. And you know what the beautiful thing is? Most of us are. And there's areas of all of us that are not. And there's areas that all of us that are. So let's forgive the ones that are not. Let's build upon the ones that are beautiful. And let's fill in, you know, with the vacancy of all that dumb shit we're going to let fall away. There's like, you know, there's room at the end, man. For what? Room for what? Not more dumb shit. Room for the, yep. How's that? For some late logic.